This is why I hate recording with you in the room.
What? It's funny.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome if you're not. Anyway, I just want to give out a quick appreciation to all of my current subscribers. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So before I jump into this story, I just want to give a brief background to why I was in this particular situation. So for about 3 years of my life, like when I was 16, 17, and 18 years old, I would spend a week in Orlando, Florida at Seaworld Career Camp. At Seaworld Career Camp, you get to do things like swimming with sharks, you get to pill fish for penguins that have arthritis, you get to clean out stingray tanks and swim with dolphins and take pictures with all of them. It's super fun. You basically get to be a trainer for a whole week, and you go behind the scenes at SeaWorld and their various parks, such as Aquatica and Discovery Cove, which happens to be where this story took place. 2 different parks. Yes, that's right. This guy has followed us to 2 different parks. So, without further ado, let's jump into this story. So, my friends during that week, it was about four or five of us, we were walking around at Aquatica. So on this day, you know, we got to spend the entire day there, and we were just chilling and hanging out in the wave pool. We're having a good time. We're doing handstands and taking pictures underwater, and then all of a sudden this guy, he looked like he was about 16 or 17 years old. He starts to kind of swim over near us, and he just happened to be in our general area, and you know, it was kind of uneasy at first, but you know, it's okay, maybe this guy just wants to hang out with us. He looks like he's our age, it's not a big deal. But it was weird because he wasn't talking to the girl fraction of the group, and there was 4 girls, including me, and 1 guy. And he happened to just be talking with the guy and just kind of keeping an eye on us and being super observant, literally like this, with his finger on his chin, watching all the girls do handstands. That's freaking creepy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I just think it's creepy. So he's just observing some of us doing handstands. Of course, when I notice, I'm just okay, I'm not doing that. You're being creepy. I don't want you to watch me. So I just stopped doing it, and I was just kind of on edge watching the guy. And all of the other girls started to talk to him, and you know, because they definitely were not on edge like I was. I don't know why I'm like that. Maybe that's just because I'm super observant and I notice creepy things. I don't really know why I'm like that, but I was definitely not okay with this guy. Okay, so this guy would start to point out things about the girls in the group, not me, thank God. But he started pointing out things about the girls' chests or their butts. It was so inappropriate. This guy literally started to follow us everywhere throughout the park. Not just the wave pool. He followed us out, and he would walk with us to random parts of the park. And everybody else thought it was chill. But I was what the heck? There was actually one point where he started to sing a rap. I don't even remember what it was about, guys. Mind you, this was when I was 16 years old. He was saying stuff oh, she's got a good butt. I don't know, but he was just being really creepy. Anyway, so I guess he noticed that I wasn't saying anything and all the other girls were, and he started to kind of talk to me. And you know, I'm not just gonna be get away from me, I don't want you to talk to me. But you know, I was being friendly, I was being kind, I wasn't just gonna blatantly be rude, you know, I'm not like that. So he's hey, what's your name? I'm I'm Katie, it's good to meet you. Yeah, you too. You know, he wasn't ever weird with me, but he was asking me a ton of questions. And you know, I was already really uncomfortable with this guy, and I was okay, how do I get away from this guy? He's literally following my group around. I don't know what to do. And we get to this one part where we're meeting up with our counselors. So 2 of our counselors come over, and one of them says, who are you? Why are you hanging out with us? Or why are you hanging out with them? And you know, he was well, I didn't think it was a big deal. Turns out that we can't have outsider, I guess, non-SeaWorld campers hang out with us. So she immediately asked him to leave, and he didn't. He actually kind of stayed by us while we were watching some dolphin show and was oh wow, yeah, that's really cool. You know, acting he was super impressed with the show. Guys, this probably makes no sense, but this was crazy. This guy was being super creepy, and he wouldn't leave us alone. So, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk away and maybe he'll just like leave us alone. So, you know, I start walking away and he's like, hey, you know, can I stay in contact with you? Like, what's your Facebook? And I was like, I can't lie, guys. Like, I can't lie. And this was the one time where I was like, Lord Jesus, forgive me. I'm gonna lie. He goes, so what's your Facebook? And I was so scared of saying no that I literally told this guy that my name was Katie Dorney. And my name is Katie Duryea. So this is crazy because it continues on. So keep listening. Well, you know, that guy finally leaves us alone. He's like, okay, yeah, I'll check you out on Facebook. I said, okay, you do that. So the next day, we happened to be at Discovery Cove. And guess who was there? The creepy guy. That's right, yep. So anyway, a group of my friends were all swimming in the Otter Cove area, and I just wasn't feeling very good, so I thought I would just sit out for a little while. So I sat on a chair, waiting for them to get out. And you guys, like, oh my gosh, this was crazy. This was a whole other park. This wasn't like the same park. Like, this was a whole other theme park in Orlando. And, you know, I guess it's not that uncommon, but it was just so crazy that I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. This guy came behind me while I'm sitting in a chair, and he said, hey. And I turned around, and I was like, hello. He goes, hey, so I tried looking you up on Facebook, but it was just a bunch of old people. I was like, oh. And then I lied again. I was like, oh my God, why am I lying so much? And I go, oh, that's probably because my Facebook is deactivated. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, totally. And he goes, hey, so can I have your number? And I was like, no, you can't have my number. I'm sorry. My parents won't let me. And I used that to try and get him to like go away. So he wouldn't like keep prodding and being like, oh, she said no. That means she's playing hard to get. I literally was like, my parents won't let me. And he goes, oh, okay. And I was like, see ya. And he just goes, bye. And he leaves. And I was like, and yeah, so this guy was super creepy. And he was like literally outwardly making comments about my friend's butt, their chest size, and like, oh, it was just so weird. And he followed us around to 2 different parks. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below if you guys have any super creepy stories. Bye!